words coming from?
Welcome everybody to the Man Tone Show. I'm your host, Big Man. All to my left was a homeboy, Tony Tone.
Woody woo!
Once again, we on location. Hope you enjoy the vibes. You know, we try something new every day. Summertime, beautiful day out. Welcome to the Man Tone Show.
Shining bright.
We gonna free talk today. Listen, we're getting together. We probably gonna try to get some of the old crew together. Do an old podcast, Living Room TRT show or something. You know?
Can't talk about it, be about it.
Here we go. Tony Tone's in the house.
Vibe is right. We're in the shade.
What's up, everybody? Oh, my joy blowing away.
Damn.
What's going on, everybody?
Oh, man, I can't. We're going to have some censorship or something like that.
Yo, let me tell you something. You know, on the way over here, setting up, we end up going somewhere else today, and it kind of put a damper on our day, so we had to come out like, so if you see it's a little dark, it's because we missed our sunlight today.
Before we go anywhere, speak individually. My day wasn't interrupted.
Okay. But I'm just saying that we was going to hit the protest at Malali Park today, but they didn't work out that way.
We wasn't fully informed.
So we back at our favorite location.
Of time and schedule, and we was going to try to just join something at a different location, which we do the on locations, which you know. And
so if you wanted to explain it, why you just didn't jump in?
Well, I thought that's what I was doing before I interrupted.
Okay, excuse me.
I got interrupted.
Go ahead.
But it was over by Malali's Park, not far from the new Yankee Stadium.
Mm-hmm.
We got there late, so we didn't want to come in on the ass end, as they say.
Assed in.
So we allowed them to finish doing what they was doing, and we came to our location and
what
do
is
what
the
we
ass?
do.
What's the ass end? Is that where a lot of shit happens?
And I got to hang out with this dude.
Yeah, my bad. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm done.
Go ahead.
It's a beautiful day. It's warm, depending on where you're standing. Whether you're in the sun or in the shade can tell a big difference, whether needing a tissue or need a fan.
Yeah, it's hot as a motherfucker out here.
It's not that hot. You find your nice shady spot.
We're in the shade, baby.
should
That's
be fine.
why we see a little dark. Yo, y'all notice our sign in the back? We finally put up to block the plate. So make sure you check it out, Randy Tone. I like that too.
They're gonna say they need binoculars. It's kind of
binoculars,
far
because it's
back
kind of
there.
far. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm just saying. So anyway, we was having a conversation while we was on our way here setting up, and one of our conversations was opening up too soon. We both disagree tremendously on that, because he feels like, yo, what are we supposed to do? Why we're not supposed to open up? And listen, we open up too soon.
That's how I feel.
Okay, go ahead. Please voice your opinion. But before you get, let me
Go ahead, go get into it.
Let me just say this. The reason why I say we open up too soon is because people do not follow the rules. That's the first thing. People do not follow rules. They do not care about what's going on right now. And I'm not going to say young people, old people. It's just people in general, because there are people who are just not walking around with their stuff, washing your hands, doing none of this.
Feel like they're invincible.
Okay?
But not thinking of their loved ones that they can take it home to.
Yes.
Now, my only argument was that it wasn't a matter of time. It was a matter of people listening.
My shirt is
Whether
tight.
we opened up now or 6 months from now,
Right.
I think it would have still wound up being the same result. I don't agree with the time factor. That timing
I disagree.
tells a tale on the spreading. I'm just talking about the spreading. I'm not talking about the economic value or anything like that.
I disagree, and I'm only saying it because we are really dark, man. We might have to put us in some sunlight. We should have, but too much sunlight, you know.
But I always say it's not about what they see, it's about what they hear.
Not about what you see, about what you hear.
So long as they hearing us clearly, they know what we look like.
First of all, let me just say this. When they did the buses, I thought it was crazy. The way they did the bus, where they separated the driver, because you separate the driver, but you put everybody else together. You didn't even separate the. Okay, wait, let me finish. You're shaking
I
your
didn't
head
say
now.
nothing.
You shaking your
I
head
can't
no.
get facial expression because I got a mask on. The least I could do is shake my head when I
So-
don't agree with some shit.
My thing is, you didn't even organize that right. You could have even had the buses run frequently, more often. Cause all you did was just take everybody and pack them up into the back of the bus.
No.
Oh shit.
For somebody, now I'm speaking from somebody who don't normally ride the bus. I'm someone who's been driving for years.
Ain't this some shit?
I might get on the bus maybe twice a year. I happened to get on the bus twice this year. And when I got on the bus, there is separation on the bus.
Where you see separation? Because I'm seeing crowd.
Well, we're on different buses.
Why are you gonna tell me? Wait a minute.
Wait a minute, because I'm trying to explain something. We might have been on different buses. When I was on the bus, the 2 times I was there was separation.
Okay.
And being separated from the bus driver who's constantly sitting in that same seat, I think that was a very good idea, to separate him from everybody. Like you said about before, about how you can't allow the doctors to get sick because they're the ones that have to heal the sick.
That's right.
So if the bus drivers get sick, who's going to drive the bus?
Amen.
Okay, so that separation I definitely agree with.
Okay.
Then you said, well, I didn't see what you saw.
Okay.
And now, who is to police that? Is the bus driver to stop making stops and stop allowing people on? Who is to?
No.
Go ahead.
Okay, so when the bus stops, there's nobody to control anything.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
There's no. You get on. If it's packed, it's packed. If it's packed,
Okay, so who is to control that?
You yourself.
So that's just like
But
people wearing masks.
This is what
They're
I'm
not going to listen.
This is what I'm trying to.
They're going to say, "I'm gonna get on this bus." Go ahead.
But that's what I'm trying to tell you. So when you open up, you expect the people to follow rules. If they're not following the rules now, why would you open up, knowing that they're not going to follow the rules?
Okay.
And make a situation that's already bad worse.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you say to wait. It's too early, right?
Right.
How long you say to wait till?
You until you know what? Here's the thing.
Go ahead.
And you're right. Because if you wait any longer, the economy is going to be in trouble.
We're not talking about the economy right now.
You're
We're going to
talking
get to that.
Okay, we're talking about how long do you wait before the people realize.
No.
Okay, what you want to know?
It's not how long you wait before the people realize.
Go ahead.
How long you choose to wait before you let the people.
I say at least another 4 to 5 months.
Okay, so we're going to give you more than that. We're going to give you 6 months.
Give me 6 months.
Now, you wait 6 months.
6 months.
In 6 months, them same people that wasn't listening 6 months ago are still not listening. So
Yeah,
what have you accomplished?
But those same people can't if they affect less people.
But they're gonna affect them then. So people get to live a little 6 months longer because they wasn't affected.
That's
6 months
right.
earlier?
That's right. Yes.
Man, come on.
Yes.
Come on. That's like the cat
It's
chasing
foolish.
his tail.
It's foolish to know that you have something out there you can't control to allow people to mingle amongst each other. That's foolish. So if you already telling the people that they're not following the rules, are you helping them follow the rules by doing what you're doing as the government?
I totally do. I'm totally lost now. My thing is, are the people gonna listen?
You just told people that they have to practice safe
Distance, wear a mask,
6 feet, wear your mask, wash your hands, do all that shit.
Right.
But
they said that from the beginning, and that's what has worked.
But you're gonna open up places that allow people to breathe on people's necks.
What, like a bus and a business?
It doesn't matter what
if you got a mask on, how you gonna breathe on somebody's neck? That's the whole point of the conversation.
A mask ain't preventing nothing.
Yes, it is. They did it. Okay, I just saw 2 days ago.
They did a test.
They did the test. They did the test rating on what masks you were wearing and how much projection, how the droplets can be projected.
The spit.
The droplets. You can call it whatever you want, but you don't see it. It's mist.
Yeah, because when you
talk,
it's
droplets.
Your T's and your P's and your S's.
Whatever, it's droplets.
They come all through your shit.
It's droplets. They're stating which ones are strong and how much. With these masks, the homemade masks came out on top, which I didn't believe which I thought wouldn't be.
Because they look cheap.
No, the ones like I'm wearing.
Right.
These here came out on top because they only project as far as. What was it? Three? Oh shit! I can't think of it. 3 centimeters or something like that.
3 centimeters.
Which is just beyond the mask. Whereas the other masks that sold in the store that look like the little cup, those project. Those are the next ones. That was the next best ones as far as ones you purchase in the street.
All I'm saying is we could have took a little time.
To do what? Think things over?
No. It's the
what
time.
We gonna do with that time?
The time for thinking is over.
So what are we gonna do with that time that we wait before we open up?
We have to relax.
We have to relax.
We have to relax. You know, listen. Right now, I say about 75% of the people got that stimulus check.
And what did that do?
About 65% of the people got more than their stimulus checks.
I can't. I don't know. About
I'm
that.
just telling you, yes.
Okay, I don't know about that.
I'm not saying that we all going to starve. I'm not saying that that's happening. But what I'm saying right now is that the government is giving everybody enough. Look, you don't got to worry about your rent right now. You don't got to worry about a lot of bills. And I know they tell them, and except for that cable bill, I don't know what the fuck. I don't know what the.
I'm trying to see what you do know the fuck about.
What the fuck that was about? I don't know what the fuck. They tell you shit ain't gonna get caught. I'm so confused about this pandemic, but I do know in my heart.
In your heart.
I believe we opened up too early. I believe we should have waited.
We can't go by heartfelt
a
decisions.
little while longer.
Statistics.
Okay, so the statistics telling us that we did right. That's what you believe?
No, statistics telling us that what was set to happen did happen. We kind of caught the better end of it. That
and
when we hit our peak, it's coming around. But we don't have to. We know more than we knew before. So for us to listen to what worked the first time is the best motto, and that's to go. I'm gonna say again: wear your mask, keep your hands clean with your gloves, whatever else you choose to do.
I said it once and I said it again. I can't believe as a government you're telling people to practice safe distance,
right?
But then you're going to open up everything that brings people together. I'm just
you
until somebody gives me a professional answer.
I'm giving you a professional answer. You have to live amongst each other.
You're giving me your opinion.
No, I'm not. You have to live amongst each other. The
That's
best protection,
That's
the
understandable.
best protection, which is a fact.
Okay.
This is not my opinion.
Go ahead.
Is wearing gloves, keeping your hands clean, and distancing. That's a fact.
Okay,
that's not my opinion.
So if you shut everything down, isn't that everything that's required? Because now if you got to stay home, you ain't bothering nobody, you ain't breathing nobody, you ain't touching nobody. Keep the fuck on home.
Really?
Keep the fuck on home.
You really think we could just stay home?
Keep the fuck on
and everything's
home.
Gonna be all right with everybody.
They just tell you that people
and the funds that they're receiving is supposed to take care of everybody.
But they just told everybody that they just laid off a lot of people. And then they just opened up 1 million plus jobs. What the hell is going on right now? Did anybody see what's going on?
That's just false information.
False information. So they don't have new jobs.
The fact is you don't have a job. Whoever the individual that don't have a job, the fact is you don't have a job.
Let me just say about who has
jobs. So you go with the facts.
They're saying on the fact that they opened up new jobs that were closed down. Probably factories and things like that have reopened.
Right, okay.
And what the hell is that about? For what? That's to me, that's the what?
That could be a false image or a false pretense.
No, because my whole thing is that's a new way of New World Order, which a lot of people are not paying attention to. And people keep thinking about it. Every time I mention it, everybody gets upset.
Who gets upset?
This pandemic is not about money. This shit is about money. It's about how much medical supplies you can sell, how much medication you can provide, how much you can get from the government, how much the government has to kick out in a time of crisis, because they gotta kick out the old in order to get rid of and get the new money in. So you could give away $1 trillion because you might get double that $1 trillion. You might double that, man. All that money you give out, you might get it right back.
Okay, let's just say, I'm not gonna say you're right. Let's just say you're right. What I'm speaking about is the people who are suffering.
The people are going to suffer because they're a casualty of war.
Exactly. Well, that's what I'm talking about.
I
don't care about the government who's doing this.
You have to care because the people are not smart enough to go to war to strategize amongst themselves. This is why you're having chaos right now. Because people can't agree to disagree. We can't even move in a different direction because everybody has an opinion on what they should do about this pandemic. The bottom line is that it's no money. The bottom line is that they fire people.
And is there gonna be any money by staying closed?
No, but the point is, you gotta understand that this shit is you breeding this shit.
But like you said, there's gonna be casualties.
It's just like a child. It's just like if a person sends a child to school with wingworms, and he realized, oh, he just got a small patch on his cheek or whatever. He sends the kid to school. The kid plays with the other kids. Next day, Fred got the wingworms. Fred that goes to school, now Fred and Joey got the wingworms, carrying it over to Carol. Now Carol, all three of these motherfuckers got the wingworms all in the class. Everybody got the wingworms, taking home to the kids and family, all brothers and sisters.
Then the teacher finds out what's going on.
The problem is...
Wait a minute. Let me add on to you. Right? The teacher finds out what's going on. She prevents those kids from infecting anymore. and give them the best solution to get rid of their situation.
And in
Is
this
that
case,
correct?
in
Go
this
ahead.
case, the teacher's the government.
Right.
What I'm trying to explain to you, because the parent already knew that the child had ringworm, why the fuck would you send him to school? You see what I'm trying to tell? What I'm trying to tell you is you can't educate those who don't want to be educated, because everybody has their own solution about what this is about. They're showing you in your face. Fuck what you seeing about people being sick. This ain't about people being sick. This is about Social Security numbers and cash on the dollar. Death is more important to this country right now than life, because it generates more money. And people are not understanding that. If
You know
keep,
why?
go ahead.
No, I'm saying, you know why?
Go ahead.
We have to show statistics on that.
The reason why I tell people the shit is like that is because in life,
Where can we look this up and show proof of this? This is what we need to know.
it's a given.
It's not a given.
In life, they have to keep giving you. In death, you have to give them.
Okay.
That's why it costs you to be born in this world, and it costs you to leave this world.
Well, the people want to be shown more than just your expression. That's all I'm saying. Anybody can say it, but when you can prove it and you can show the people where to find it
Proof is in the pudding.
where can they? Okay, where's the pudding? They want to know where the pudding at, where they can look.
Read.
Look at this. Read where. Tell them where to find it.
All you have to do is read any financial report. You can read the Bloomberg financial report. Any financial report, you can read it. Look at your obituaries. It's written in your face. Look how much money generates from death than it does for life.
There you go.
Look how much money generates from death. It is known. They tell you that every time. Every time an artist or anybody dies, he makes more money in death than he ever would in life. Because somebody else owns the rights to his name. Not him. I'm trying to tell everybody, the longer this pandemic goes on, the longer the Social Securities get dragged out and rejuvenated.
I hope you're right.
And people not see it. All they looking at is, oh, yeah, this is a terror. Yeah, shit, yeah. People don't believe, well, they could have ran our Social Security numbers, rejuvenate them numbers, because we running low on certain things. You don't listen.
But most people are thinking about the emotional side. Can you knock them for knowing that? They're thinking about the emotional side of what's this causing the death rate, and I mean, this is families dying.
Dog, we're cattle with numbers.
But that's when it's part of your cattle. You don't want to think like that.
Yes, you do.
No, you don't.
Death
I
is-
don't want to.
Death is struck around me too.
I understand, but everybody don't think as you do.
Listen, you don't have to think like me. I'm not asking you to think about nothing. I'm not asking you to look nothing up. I'm giving you my opinion. This is my opinion. If you need facts, go look it up. Do your own research. Read your own books. Educate yourself. That's the problem with a lot of people. If people don't understand the word, they want to ask. Look at dictionary. Why you got dictionaries? We having a situation right now we're going through, and a lot of people are just looking at the one thing. Damn, people are sick. Pardon me.
Do we have a caller?
No. People are looking at one thing. They're looking at the sick. Stop looking at the sick.
Stop looking at the sick.
Stop looking at the sick.
When you see your mother sick, your brother sick, your sister sick, your son, child sick, over this pandemic, you're going to say, stop looking at the sick?
Mm-hmm.
It's not going to work. It's not going to work. The emotional impact is going to overrun that all the time.
And that's what they're counting on.
I see it on the front line when people drop
And
their family.
That's what they're counting on. That's why they're having.
They're going to count on that.
Well, then you're never going to understand what's going on.
If I don't pay attention
You're always
to
gonna be-
my dying family,
you're
I'm not
always-
going to understand.
You're always going to be. Of course, you're going to pay attention to your dying family because it's hitting home.
Well, that's the point of what I'm saying.
Death is not made to be pleasant. It's not made to be pleasant. It's one of the most uncomfortable things a human being will ever have to go through.
Not all the time. It depends. Sometimes it's just a passage. Sometimes the family can accept what's going on, and it can be a smooth process.
The bottom line, it doesn't matter if you cry or not. It doesn't matter if you're dying from the pandemic or not. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter to who.
It only matters to the people that it's affecting.
That's what I'm talking about.
But that's what I'm trying to tell you. It doesn't matter. They don't care. To you, you're a rejuvenated Social Security number. And you have to understand that, and people don't want to accept that. Nobody wants to accept that. I'm sorry. We're a little. People don't. Yeah. People don't want to accept that you're just a rejuvenated Social Security number. All they're gonna do is take your number and reverse it, use it backwards. Put the third, fourth, third, eighth, ninth, eighth. That's all they're gonna do.
I don't even think that's the concern of the people.
Shit. That's why this. This is why I tell people.
How you gonna tell people not to be concerned about their people?
I didn't say not to be concerned. I
You're
said
saying don't look at the death.
I said don't look at it. Don't look at the death because you can't stop it. Look beyond the death. Look for the reason of the death. Look for the cause. Because here's what I'm gonna tell everybody. And people just think like, yo, you have people who've been living with respiratory problems for years. All of a sudden you got this shit coming along, it's taking everybody out. If you got respiratory problems, you're going out faster. You've been living with this respiratory problem for years. You've been living with this shit for years, man. Years. People living with cancer for years. People, years. All of a sudden, this thing come down, boom, everybody just dropping like flies, cake, water, pies, dropping, boom, we moving. Everybody's dropping. People are not paying attention to what's going on. They've been telling you for years that we're losing our Social Security. They don't want to lose that, my brother. They don't want to lose that. Social Security is the biggest business in the country. And please, people, I keep telling everybody, Social Security numbers are rejuvenated and processed over life and death. You laughing? You laughing?
I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it.
Here's a man who deals with insurance every day, and one of the main things he got to deal with is Social Security numbers, and it's in his face. But he laughing. You know how I know? My father died a couple of years ago, right? And his Social Security number is already circulated somewhere else.
Yeah.
And they tell you your Social Security number is supposed to die with you. Do not believe that.
That's what I thought. That is what I
Do not
thought.
believe that. His number's already circulated, already. You yourself can use your Social Security number and have 4 or 5 people connected to your number alone that you don't even know about. You in some type of insurance, health insurance in San Juan Pablo some fucking where. Or you pop up and you notice you paying insurance into the Jackson Diaz shit. Who the hell is that? Cause somebody that use your Social Security number. People use your shit all day long. You laughing, bitch? All right. I'm telling you. Numbers is a game, man.
Mathematics.
Don't you know the smartest people in the world are scientists? And they're the smart, and the reason why they're scientists is because their mathematics is precise. You know? Their mathematics is precise. They're precise with their stuff.
Because they knew how to add and multiply.
What does a person? A person who knows measurement is leading the world, man. He's measuring how the people should live, eat shit, and the tissues they should buy. This pandemic came out, people were reaching for fucking tissue. A whole lot of noise.
Oh man.
We getting ready for part 2.
Part 2 of what?
Of this
Pandemic part
yeah,
2?
Part 2. And it's gonna be worse than part 1.
No, it shouldn't be because I can't keep saying it.
Yeah, because people should wear their hats and gloves and all that other shit.
Hats and gloves.
I'm telling you, it don't mean nothing.
It does mean something. What do you mean it don't mean nothing? Wearing masks doesn't mean nothing, so why are you wearing one?
Because I'm listening.
Exactly.
But
if you listen, it'll mean something. That goes for you, me, and everybody else.
No. What I take serious, the next man may think it's a game.
I totally agree with
That's
you.
always like that.
And that's what the problem is.
Fair exchange, no robbery.
That's what the problem is. But we're trying to get more people to understand that.
You can't.
You can. You can take some of them people that was in denial or whatever their reason was, or think they're invincible and not able to are not willing to wear the mask because they feel, oh, I can't breathe, I can't this, I can't that. And I know it has hit at least one person in every family. I thought that right there would be the sign that everybody would need, but I guess I could say I was wrong.
if a farmer has 100 cattle and they're all grazing in the same field, why does he choose the fattest cow?
To do what? To milk?
It doesn't. See, my whole thing is.
What are you choosing the cow for?
You need an answer to answer an answer.
No, I need a full question.
What does it matter what he need the cow for? All I ask you is why does the farmer choose?
All you would get is I don't know because I don't understand enough.
Okay, he needs the cow for milk, to feed, everything you can do with a cow. Why does he choose the fattest cow?
I don't know.
And that's my whole point. If you don't know why the farmer chooses the fattest cow, how do you know?
I'm not a farmer. I don't know why you choose
How do you know that whatever you should teach everybody?
I know the basics, the fundamentals.
Every cow is
You're following it, so how could it not be right?
Every cow is not fat, and they're following the basics. But every cow is not fat. Why is that?
I guess the same reason every person is not fat.
Okay, so if you put out masks all over the world and you tell people you must wear them, and only few wear them,
okay,
and it still affects the others. Because a cow that doesn't eat and he gets sick, he passes on the cow disease to other cows, does he not?
He can if the cow's not protected.
Well, then all right.
That's why you got to be protected.
And what does the farmer do?
He keeps the ones that's protected separate from the ones that's infected.
He don't put them in the same pen, though.
Same thing I just said.
He don't open shit up. So listen to what I'm trying to tell you.
He does open shit up.
See, but he ain't trying to hear me, people.
I did hear you.
I just told you if the cattle's infected, he separates them.
Yes, he does.
So then why would you open up everything if you know the cattle's infected?
Okay.
All right. How are you?
That's just like having a vaccinated person and a non-vaccinated person. As long as you're vaccinated, you should be protected from whatever the person that's not vaccinated got.
All I know is the farmer got a whole lot of...
That's why they want everybody vaccinated.
The farmer got a whole lot of fat cows and he got a whole lot of contaminated cows.
He get rid of the contaminated cows.
He opens the field to let all the cows graze off the same grass. And then he wonders why they're infected. He wonders why they're infected. And obviously the farmers say, I don't care because I'm going to sell them all anyway.
No, that's different. If you're infected, you can check yourself in. A cow can't do that.
I understand.
So it's a different circumstance. If you're infected, you won't be with the regular cows.
I understand.
That's why testing is very important.
This is exactly what the government does for it. You know what? They're crying that they can't stay inside. They don't want to listen. Fuck it. Open the doors. Open the doors. And now that everybody's affected, oh man, it's been too soon. Because you know why people don't want to listen? Reality is a hard thing to deal with.
I just don't see what a time period is going to do to change anything.
So do a million other people. That's why they want it open. Okay. And then it becomes, well, you know what? We not practicing this. How can you practice something if the government is telling you, listen, fuck it. Whether you wear your mask or not, I'm going to allow you in a group. So if you wear the mask, it's okay. Be in a group, but as long as you wear the mask, it's okay.
No, he's not saying be in a group. He's saying wearing your mask will prevent you from getting anything.
While you in the group.
Well,
so basically he's telling you it's okay to be in a group. Just
as long as you got a mask on. You're right. And I agree with that. As long as you got a mask on, you ain't got to worry.
So my point, I just said again, the farmer who has contaminated cows and who has healthy cows, he throw them all in the thing. So you know what?
No.
Okay.
No, but you know because that's not the same scenario.
All he did was
you're telling everybody that's not infected. If you are infected, you go to where you get healed at. You won't be with everybody. The ones that's not infected, for y'all not to get infected, wear the mask.
Do we know everybody who's infected?
That's why they do multiple tests.
Do we know everybody who's infected?
Obviously not.
There's some people who don't even go get tested.
But if they have a mask, they can't pass it on either.
My whole point that I'm trying to tell you.
Go ahead.
Whether you have a mask on or not, the affected are with the healthy.
Yes, go ahead.
And by you opening up everything, you're telling everybody it's okay to mix together.
If you're wearing a mask.
And I said, and hey, it's just like I said, the farmer allowed the contaminated cow.
No, that's not the same thing. Because the contaminated cow has no protection from giving it out.
But you didn't let me finish. I'm telling you how he protects it.
Go ahead.
The farmer has a contaminated cow and he has the healthy cow. He figures that he can control everything by setting fertilizer in the grass.
Go ahead.
If you treat the grass, then it got to be in the grass. So if you treat the grass, it should make everybody healthy.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying.
Okay, so long as the cow stays on the grass, you're good, right?
Right. So as long as the people wear the mask, they're fine.
Same, right.
But it's okay to gather all in one space.
As long as you're on top of the grass and you're getting the good fertilization that's keeping you healthy.
So 100
and
people
preventing you from giving it to somebody. Yes.
100 people could sit in a circle as long as you have on your mask.
Yes. Yes. That's what's being said, and I agree with it. If you don't agree with it, why are you wearing a mask?
Because I don't know.
But that's what has worked.
My reason for wearing the mask has nothing to do with what I'm seeing on TV. My reason for
I'm not talking about what you're seeing on TV. I'm talking about what we're speaking of right now.
I'm telling you why. You asked me why am I wearing a mask. I'm wearing a mask because I read on the situation. I read on the fact that the fact that if you're talking with somebody or you're in a vicinity with somebody within a certain amount of feet, if you wear your mask and so far me wearing my mask has kept me healthy.
Okay.
I'm not debating that.
Okay.
What I'm debating is that you have people who don't want to wear their mask.
Exactly.
And you opening up a department store or a shopping center for everybody to say, okay, you know what? It's open.
Can I add right here?
Go ahead.
But that's the thing. It's open for you if you're wearing a mask.
And I get it. And I said to you.
So what?
I said to you, no matter if a person wears a mask or not, you don't know who's infected.
If he's wearing a mask, it doesn't matter. That's the point. That is the point. If you're infected and I'm not, and we're sitting here podcasting, as long as we both have masks on, I have nothing to worry about.
That's my whole point.
Okay, so what's the problem with opening up?
Because you're not worried about it. That's my point.
What are you talking about?
Exactly.
It's not making sense.
It is making sense.
So make it make sense.
You don't care if the person is contaminated.
No, I didn't say I didn't care.
I'm not talking about you.
Okay.
I'm talking about the government. They don't care if you contaminated or not. They're just telling you put on your mask.
No, that's not what they say.
If you put on your mask, you're fine.
Yes.
So they don't care.
They're not saying no. They're not saying they don't care because they want everybody to get tested. They're saying if you're out there and you run into somebody that's infected, if you both have masks on, you will be all right. That's just what they're saying.
That's what I just said.
No, you don't. You said they don't care. That's
they don't care.
No, they do care. They do care. That's why they're telling you what to do. And they've been saying it from the beginning because that's what worked. But anyway, people, we can go back and forth with this forever.
Oh, we gonna go back and forth forever. This ain't gonna be if we
because I can't understand what is the difference between doing it now and 3 to 6 months later.
Because what baffled me is right now you have so many hard-headed people. This is new to a lot of people.
Right.
Some people have lived through this before, very old. They're not known. Let me not say old. Some people have been through this before, very well experienced, have been through the challenges and the turmoils of what we're facing right now. Some of us are new to this. Especially most people in my generation, we're new to it. We ain't really have no shit going on like this.
It don't matter.
See, the whole thing that he keeps saying is it don't matter.
No, so if you listen.
If you have that, okay, but what advice you give to people who are not listening? That's what I'm trying to say.
Now, how can you give advice to somebody who's not listening?
So how can you give advice to people who are telling you because I'm listening, they're not listening, you not allowing me to express myself of opening shit up? Because you're telling the person who's not listening, he can mingle the same place with the people who are.
No, that's not true.
Okay, then what's true?
That's not true. What true is that they telling you what to do to protect yourself and protect others.
Okay, we heard all of that.
Wait a minute.
Go ahead.
Now, if you're not listening, you're not going by that method, correct? And what they saying to the people that open up these businesses, if you cannot allow anyone without a mask into your business.
We established
okay, then so I don't know what part you're not understanding.
Because there are people under the mask who are still contaminated.
If they're under the mask, it's no problem.
It should be a problem.
Why?
You should not have a contaminated person mingling in the same person where there's healthy people.
Okay, so how you gonna know that?
Go ahead. Shut it down, man.
Shut it down. And when you open up, you're going to deal with the same thing.
Well, why would you take a chance of somebody being contaminated?
You're not taking a chance if you have a mask on.
I would never be in your government. Never.
I
would never want to live under your regime because you wouldn't give a fuck if I live or die.
No, you're totally wrong.
You don't care if I live or die.
No, you're totally wrong. I care if you live or die. That's why I'm giving you a mask, gloves, hand sanitizer, and keeping you away from me. That's showing that I care. If I didn't give you a mask, say go ahead, go do your thing. That's not caring. The people not wearing a mask is the ones not caring.
Okay, so let's just take it from here.
Go ahead.
Why is a lot of this shit reoccurring?
Because people are not listening.
Okay, so then what do you think is gonna happen? You just said it yourself. Hold on.
Go ahead.
You just said it yourself that it's coming from the west.
No. I say, well, it's in the areas that are infected are in the west and the south from what I saw on the map.
Could I tell you exactly how you said it?
Go ahead.
You said it's coming from the west,
Right.
and it's coming from the south,
Right.
and it's gonna meet in the so-called.
It's going to come in our direction, and how
in
we
the
deal
north,
with it,
in the northeast,
and how we deal with it, is how we deal with it.
and we're gonna deal with it the same way.
No, not to say when we started, because we didn't know. That's when we was blinded. We just went through the epidemic. To go through it again and have the same numbers would be, idiotic. We already know what it takes.
Wow.
Wear a mask to protect yourself is the best thing you can do.
I hate
There's
to-
no injection.
I hate to
There's
use
there's no IV fluid. There's nothing you can take.
I had to use this as an example, but I have
Go
to.
ahead.
You know, prostate cancer has been around a long time, and they still don't have a cure.
Right?
So don't say if we don't have a cure by the second time around.
Who said that?
You just said that.
No, I didn't.
You said if we can't deal with it by the second time around.
I said if we can't deal with it better the second time, yes.
Deal
Deal
with
with it because of the facts that we do know.
You
The facts
can't-
that we wait a minute.
Go ahead.
You asked me a question. The facts that we do know is that wearing a mask, gloves, keeping your hands clean, and distancing and protecting yourself.
Okay.
That's the best protection we got right now, other than any vaccination that's
Okay.
here.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay. The point I'm trying to make is that at this point, damn, the dude in the car threw me off. But I'm just trying to say that at this point in time, you're telling people that if we, damn, I lost my train of thought. That cart situation threw me off a lot. 'Cause I wanted to give one, long story. I forgot my train of thought. I lost it.
It'll come back to you because we still on the same shit.
Yeah, I was focused. I can't even remember what we was talking about. That's how much of my focus got transpired by
We're
that car.
talking about the people that ain't listening.
Right.
That's that's our problem. But those are the ones that will be affected, and it's terrible that the ones that are not listening take it home to their families that are listening at home, but they live with them, so they're under the same roof.
So my point I'm trying to make, well, let me not state my point I'm trying to make because so far my point hasn't been proven. If the people who are not listening are taking it home,
Right?
they're not going to listen in public either because they don't give a fuck about what's happening
Exactly.
in their home. So with that said, why would you open up?
Because the establishments that are opening up have strict guidelines and rules not to let anybody in their establishment without a mask, because that's the best protection we got.
Well, I'm gonna say this: I have been in many
That's
stores.
why we're open.
I have been in many stores who require masks,
And you didn't see no people with
and
masks.
people are not wearing them now.
Okay, well that's why they got these inspectors that's supposed to go through these things and shut these stores down that's not strictly enforcing this. It's just that simple. Now, if you're talking about little bodegas and things like that, that's something different. I'm talking about stores like Macy's, like Target, and things like that.
It's incredible. It's incredible that during all this time, the liquor stores and the weed dispensaries had no social order of 6 feet distance.
I don't know what place
I'm telling you.
I don't know what. I've been to 3 or 4 liquor stores and they all practice the distance. The one right here where we live, they practice the distance. They keep people outside and
never
only
shut
keep
down.
a limit inside. They didn't have to shut down. They did the
Never
distance.
shut down. They never shut down.
That was strange. I guess they felt liquor was
liquor and the
a
marijuana.
necessity.
The liquor and the marijuana dispensaries never shut down. That's crazy.
It was a necessity, I guess.
To what?
I guess to keep you calm from being, I was about to say incarcerated, being confined within your living quarters.
If you keep them drunk and high and keep them dazed, they can't pay attention.
I wouldn't say keep them drunk and high, but some people need that, take that edge off and stop some of the domestic shit that was going on. You don't think?
No.
Okay, how do you see? But we're thinking. I'm gonna say we on this one. We thinking as people who don't drink as much or don't consider the drink as much. There are people who consider they drink regularly, and that is their edge cutter.
I don't.
To get the edge off.
What you indulge in is not my concern.
Well, that's you brought up there.
No.
Brought that up.
I was just saying how certain places didn't close during a time that you thought it should have been closed.
You talked about liquor stores.
And liquor stores, I always say, because they're always crowded. The warehouses and things like that not closing, I found that to be very suspicious. But what are you gonna do? Like, What do you?
Do you think there would have been anything different if they was closed?
Yeah, hell yeah.
So then you answered your own question.
Yo, dog, he sound like he's right up on the mic.
I can
Yeah,
hear him.
shut.
I can hear him.
Yeah, shut. Grab the damn thing. But I don't know. We could debate this all day.
No, we can't. Cause I don't think it's a debate. To
See,
tell you the truth.
he said no, he can't, cause he right.
Because I don't think it's a debate. It's not. I'm right.
It's that he's right
It's not,
and nobody else.
No, that's not it. That's not it.
I'm just telling everybody they open too soon. They're gonna close anyway. It's gonna happen.
If you say, I don't know what they're gonna do.
They're gonna close back.
I don't think it's gonna make a difference.
It's gonna close.
I really don't. I don't think it's gonna make a difference. If they close, okay, they close. They cut the economy more or whatever. That's on a different base. I really don't care about that. I'm concerned if they close to save lives, okay, then they do it.
They can't save lives.
They can't save lives. They've done that. They've done that. Why the epicenter of New York haven't done it by wearing masks? We proved that.
They haven't done shit but get on people's nerves.
Okay. Okay, the aggravated and the frustrated.
I'm
come
not
out.
aggravated,
There
frustrated.
it is, man. Go ahead. You can't even say that we did a good job as being citizens. I mean, we lost a lot of lives. By listening, we did cut it down.
I'm gonna hit it with. I'm gonna hit it with Governor.
Let me finish
Cole.
this before you go.
Go ahead. I'm not going nowhere.
No, I said let me just finish this
Before you go. Oh, I probably get my thought.
I didn't say go. Before you get your thought out.
Get my thought out. Try to put me off.
Everybody thought New York was going to be the first one for it to come back in because
I did too.
Exactly.
Yes, I did.
What happened?
It fooled me.
No, we listened.
We did. New York tough.
That's what I'm trying to say. We listened.
Governor Cuomo said we were New York tough. Governor Cuomo.
Exactly. That's my point I'm trying to make. We listened and it worked for us. So why not continue that? I don't see us closing. I don't see the reason to close. I could see enforcing the rules much stronger, like they're trying to do, make it mandatory. Everybody got a mask on. That would do it more than anything else. Did we disconnect?
No.
Okay.
We don't have to.
But I'm done. I'm done on that issue.
We not connected live nowhere, so we ain't got to worry about being disconnected. I'm trying to get back so we can get an outro.
Okay.
I'm trying to make sure we get an outro. Because we lost our,
I'm getting calls and all that.
Yeah, so we both getting calls. Everybody would like to be a part of the part of. Very interesting today, though, man. It's just, I think our next couple of shows are gonna be very interesting because we have a different views of a lot of things that's happening right now. I mean, we're very heavy on everybody's standard.
Putting too much limits on shit.
I'm putting a limit on every fucking thing.
Ain't no limit.
This government happens
there ain't no limit. I ain't talking about the government. I'm talking about us.
I'm talking about the government as in the people, not the governor.
I'm not talking about either one. I'm talking about us.
I'm talking about the people. I think the people will do shit ass backwards. Backwards is the ass.
Oh, God.
And this is why we living the way we living. Backwards is the ass. And for all you companies out there who's giving people falsified information by telling them you're not going to be cut off because of the COVID, y'all full of shit. And I said it on the rant and
That's depending on who you listening to.
Punk ass cable vision. I said it. And we using their Wi-Fi right now.
Hell.
There
you go.
Punk ass cable vision. Everybody want to say, nobody want to be. I'm gonna be like how Bernie Mac used to say. I'm gonna say what you're not gonna say.
That's not what he said.
Oh, what he said? He said something to that effect.
I'm gonna say what y'all scared to say.
What y'all scared to say? Damn it. He talking shit. But I bet you if we were sitting here, Tone was sitting here talking about Trump, his ass would be up there.
I wouldn't be talking much.
He'd be up there. Oh, that.
I wouldn't be saying anything. I don't discuss that, man.
Don't discuss that, man.
I do not discuss that, man.
He don't discuss that, man.
No, I don't. You never hear me discuss. So I might have a comment, but I ain't gonna have no discussion about him. It's nothing to discuss.
Nothing to discuss.
The proof is in the pudding. All you gotta do
Proof
is listen to him.
is in the pudding.
You listening to him, and you make your decision on how you feel about it. That's the only thing. I'm not even gonna finish talking about it now.
Can't even finish talking about it. All right, brother. All right. Okay. Yes, sir. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. All right, now. The proof is in the pudding. And I'm putting my pudding. Can't even connect to the iPhone. I tell you, sometimes all this shit, Wacko tackle, man. This whole shit just get on your.
Shouldn't say that.
What? That it get on your nerve?
No.
What?
Just what you're saying, because it's all in
Uh-oh.
the person managing the situation.
Oh, so it's my fault.
Yes.
Ain't this some
Any
shit?
connection you're not getting is because you're not connecting it.
This is coming from a partner who got both his hands tied
Uh-oh.
behind his back. Yeah,
Ain't that it?
that's a freestyle.
Oh.
All his other stuff came down.
Oh well.
Oh, I don't know what to tell.
Alrighty.
I'll come up with something else. Yeah, no. What a good day, though. Yeah. Wasn't the greatest of days, but it could have been worse.
Sure.
Yeah, it could
Another
be
day. It
worse.
is the greatest because it's the best day I know.
Could have been worse.
You're only as good as your last day of life.
Yo, y'all been checking into the Brandon Tone Show. Just so y'all know, we don't own the rights to no beats. We have to start saying that now because we might have just lost our copyright to our favorite intro. So until we meet again, I'm Big Ran. You know my homeboy Tony Tone.
Yeah, it's that Woody Woo, man, telling y'all to have a good day. Peace and love always.
Yeah. Practice everything you preach too.
Just remember what counts.
Yeah.
What's real. Your direction and focus and where you're trying to go in life.
Ooh, what the? Every time I touch something, it go crazy.
Yeah. All in the mechanics of the person
Is it
doing
me?
it.
Is it
Yes.
me? Let's try it again.
Yes.
There we go. I'll bring it back. He said it was the person who handles the mechanic.
Yeah.
Oh man, go ahead. Till we meet again, y'all. Y'all have a good Woody Woo day.
All of y'all that hate to grow up, just grow the fuck on.
Stop trying to over-understand some shit. Y'all have a good day, man. Only you make me do things like that, yo. You crazy. Oh, I did it again, right?
Oh man, I'm done.